Hello, and welcome to the State of Decay 2 stream. I'm your host, Brant Fitzgerald, and we are here to talk about the Independence Pack. That's right, we've been talking about the Independence Pack for a very long time, since before release, and now it's finally here, and you get to see it right here on our show. Oh, sorry, I am extremely sick today. I don't think I'm going to be able to host this stream, but luckily, I can leave you in the very capable and talented hands of my coworker and sidekick, Jeffrey Card. So, I'm just going to collapse on the desk right now. Okay, Brant, I really hope that you are doing better soon. And in the meantime, yes, I am his sidekick, Jeffrey Card, and I am mostly here to introduce you to this guy, who is Brian Giaime.
Hello.
Brian Giaime is part of the Independence Pack team. He's been working on this thing for months, and it's finally out today. And so he actually gets to give you guys a tour of what you're going to get when you download the Independence Pack.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, so we have just a whole pile of cool stuff to show you guys. We've been noodling on this forever. I'm really excited about this. Lots of fun ways to explode things, lots of fun ways to distract things and then explode things, and lots of good ways to take your newfound powers and go have some fun experiences with them. We also paired the Independence Pack with a big fat free update.
That's right.
So Content Update 2 also has, I think, like 20 new missions, a pile of ambient missions, some enclave missions.
and it also, some rebalancing to the 50 cal weapons.
Yes, so at long last, the 50 cal nerf has transpired. So you can't kill a plague cart with a 50 cal weapon unless you reload once. We made that true by changing a bunch of numbers.
It takes a bunch of shots. Like, you couldn't just kill it with 3 shots anymore. It takes enough shots you have to actually reload and stay there for a while, attracting
the damage
zombie
went down on the 50 cal itself against plague hearts, and then the magazine sizes also went down. So it now takes more hits, and you have to reload between those things. It is still extremely effective.
It's still probably the best way to take out a plague heart.
Right.
But it's not. It doesn't feel quite as much of a gimme as it used to.
Exactly.
So... if you got the Ultimate Edition, then the Independence Pack should be free for you. At least no additional charge for you. If you did not get the Ultimate Edition, then you should be able to find it. There's actually going to be an ad for it on the main page, so you can get to it just by pressing the X button from the main menu. Just press the X button, and you'll get a little tour of the Independence Pack and how to get it. Let's see. And actually, if you're a Game Pass player, you can get it for 10% off. So.
Yep.
So so watch this stream, check out all the stuff that Brian's going to show you, and if you're interested in this, there's a lot of, there's lots of different ways to get the pack, either just straight from the store or from the front end of our game. And in the meantime, if you guys have questions about the pack, ask them in the chat. I'll be trying to monitor it, though I suck at that, but Megan's going to be passing me any questions that we missed. So, what are you showing us here?
This is just getting us started. This is the fireworks we already had in game. We also did a little polish pass on these just for thematic reasons. When you get the Independence Pack, what you'll notice is this big, bright, green, shiny, exciting new radio option. And it is from here that you get all of the shiny new toys that you've just acquired. So let's start with the weapon delivery.
Whoa, looks like we attracted some zombies.
That is what the fireworks are for. That's okay, I have some community members around, they'll handle it. We knew supply drops that are called in for DLC will be green, so they're a little bit easier to find in the world if you have other supply drops. I believe I can climb out over here.
While you're going there, Full Fury has a question.
Shoot.
The 50 cal damage nerf, is that just against plague hearts, or is it actually?
It did not change anything about 50 cal versus juggernauts or anything else. It is still going to. There's literally special stuff in the game that tells a zombie it got hit by a 50 cal and then gives it special behavior. None of that changed. All we did is make it hurt plague hearts less.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think that answers the question. So when you call in your supply drop,
yes,
is this the weapon drop? Oh, zombie. Yeah. Is this which drop is this?
This is the weapon drop. You also notice the supply drops. The Independence Pack are a little easier to see than the normal ones. They actually have that nice blue smoke trail on top. That sort of gives them a little bit of visibility from a distance.
And they've got that lovely icon on top of them too.
Yep. That'll also pin to the edge of the screen, so if you haven't found it yet,
nice.
It'll give you a little bit of insight to where it is.
We really, really want you guys to be able to find this stuff.
It's important to us that when you purchase something, that you can find it and get it and benefit from it. So you can even see on there, like Gronk did a special container for us. Special fireworks, handled carefully. Keep fire away. Someone didn't listen. Okay, so I have the Star Shank launcher. I'll take that. Ammo for it. I'll take that. The Pyro launcher. I'll take that. Ammo for that. Let's go ahead and hit things with the grilling spatula. That seems like a good idea. And finally, the barbecue fork. I don't need this kitchen knife anymore. That is boring. Okay. First things first. Wait. The Grill Meister.
So it's got a serrated edge there
Yes.
for hitting zombies in the face.
It's actually got... we give this thing pretty unique stats. It is probably one of the lowest lethality of bladed weapons in the game, but has like the highest dismember and lasts forever. So it's just a super, super well-made grilling spatula.
So it doesn't kill them instantly, but it takes them apart.
Yes, it'll help you cook them.
It'll help you cook them.
Yeah, we did give you a wide variety of tools for that. So if you need to like prepare the meat first, well, that one died. You didn't really back up my story. Oh, well. No, the melee stuff is sort of supplementary. Really, we're here for the explosions. So when you call in the weapons pack, you get in the melee weapons and all the ranged weapons for the pack. That one is the Grill Meister. We also have the Freedom Ringer, which is this nice, very thematically relevant aluminum bat with an extra weight around the edge. Really,
nice.
Really good for knocking zombies down. Like, burns a little extra stamina, but usually less than 3 hits. So that guy will get 2, 4. Let's see if we can get a couple of these guys.
Yeah,
1 hit for him. Probably 2 on
2
that
hits,
one.
yeah.
So the Freedom Ringer is really, really good for knockdown. You'll also notice my stamina bar burns straight down. So this will give you the opportunity to try the exaggerated balanced version of melee combat. And when you've got them where you want them, I gotta get a few of them together for this guy to really work its magic.
Hey, delicious
Hey,
brains
zombies,
right
come on this way. I got tasty brains for you. Must be near a
here.
pig.
Hey, over here. I'm distracting you.
Alright, so now we got
Oh, these guys are
a
fast.
little bit of a fan club. What's that? What's that over there? Oh, I don't know. What could that possibly? Oh no! Oh, explosions! So this is
Which one is this?
This is the Star Shank launcher. It launches Star Shank rounds. These will both make noise to get the zombies to walk over to them, potentially light them on fire, and then cause a series of explosions all around them. And if you aim it just right, which I did not. I'll let this one go off first. Can actually get this thing, there it goes, to stick into the zombie, where it will then just shoot fire out of a very confused zombie and then blow up him and all of his friends. It is a delight.
I like just the amount of sort of randomness. Like, you never quite know exactly what's going to happen when this thing fires.
Yep, it's fireworks. Fireworks are the least consistent thing with respect to weaponry in this game. Let's see, I'll find a few more.
Hey, over here.
So Asgard SGC is asking, can you only change out close combat weapons with new ones, or can all of them change out with each other now?
Close combat is its own category of thing, and you can only replace your close combat weapon with another close combat weapon. You can't ever not have a close combat weapon, or the game doesn't work. And so you can't just drop them as they are. You have to get them off of your equip slot first.
Yeah, so actually, the Independence Pack is a great way to be able to change your close combat weapons, because it gives you, like, it's almost like a game of, like, Free Cell or something, or maybe one of those, like, sliding tile puzzles where you always have to have kind of one extra thing or one open thing in order to change anything.
If your weapons break and you didn't have a close combat weapon, you'd be punching zombies, which is a really bad way to fight zombies. The apocalypse has been the apocalypse for a while now. People kind of know what's up. So it's important that you keep something on hand for that.
Yeah, so in the core game, you know, it's very rare to find a close combat weapon out in the wild, and if you don't find one, there's really no way to shuffle them around between your characters because nobody can drop their close combat weapon. Now that you get the barbecue fork close combat weapon, do you want to show that? Like,
sure.
Unequip your main weapon, and then...
So we have the perfectly backhanded use barbecue fork.
So yeah, now that you've got that barbecue fork, you can give that to one character, have them drop their close combat weapon, and then give their close combat weapon to another character, and now you've got sort of the freedom to shuffle your close combat weapons around.
Yep. So here's me just stabbing a zombie to death with the barbecue fork. That's what we do on the 4th of July in this game.
So we got a question about the Star Shank launcher, like its ammo. Where do you get it? What is it?
So there's a couple ways to get it. When you first call in the weapon delivery. Also another fun fact. When you call in any of these supply drops, the first one is free. You can then actually buy them again after a cooldown for influence in case you lost one, or you destroyed one, or you put it in a trunk a million miles away and couldn't find it again.
So like the weapon delivery one here, in another 3 hours,
I could call in another set of all of this stuff.
as long as you've got 1,000 influences.
Correct. No, we have to balance the stuff.
Okay,
so
cool.
There is cost on that. But you get a bunch of ammo with that to start. When I call in the actual supply drop, which is next, and we'll show off a bunch of the consumables, that includes a Fireworks Crafting Station facility mod, which you could install in any facility in your base, which will let you manufacture your own Star Shank rounds.
So
you can get as much of it as you have ammo and crafting materials to create.
yeah, so we're not. So basically, we give you some up front, but then you're not limited to whatever amount we decided to give you. You can make as much of it as you decide to put the resources into.
Right. I want to find say this relatively early.
Stephen A wants to know: is it free for the first time for each community that you have?
That is my understanding. Yes.
That was certainly our intent. Yeah. If it doesn't work that way, that's a bug. We'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The plan was that each time you start a new community, they get access to this thing up front, and then they have to pay for it later on down the line and wait for it later on down the line.
Yeah. I want to get us closer. Something to fight. Probably should have brought a car. You know what would be really useful right now? Would be a vehicle.
Yeah.
If only I had some easy access to cool new vehicles.
So what do we have
All
here?
right, I want chat to pick. What sounds coolest? The Meat Wagon, the Burninator, or the Pyrohawk? Go.
And in the meantime, maybe we should shoot some more zombies waiting for their answers.
Sure.
There's enough of a delay.
Yeah, I got a few of them over here. I could probably get these guys together.
Hey, delicious brains right here.
That's what I get for going out in the middle of nowhere where there's not too much to fight.
So is there any stat difference to the new close combat weapon?
Close combat weapons do not have stats. They're all the same weapon. They're all purely cosmetic. So having one or not having another does not put you at an advantage or disadvantage. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Your stamina is dying.
0. That's okay. I have a distraction. This is terrible!
You're having a distraction that runs straight
Straight
at you.
Sometimes not great. That did bring
Oh no!
Oh, good, a feral.
That's what we needed.
Oh no, what I need to spear this feral with a Star Shank one. This is one of my favorites. No! No, I missed it. I'm not cheating, so I don't have extra ammo. It's terrible!
Ah!
Alright, plan B, the pyro launcher. Let's show you how this works.
Fire in the hole.
Roman candles! So many Roman candles! Everything's on fire! Run away!
So what was that? Okay, so explain what just happened there.
So this is the pyro launcher.
Does it use the same ammo as the Star Shank?
Nope, it has its own special giant duct taped bundle of Roman candles ammo. Very unique for the weapon.
Awesome.
It fires off a burst of 20 Roman candles per shot that you can't stop shooting. Once you start, you can let go of aim and you're stuck aiming. You have to figure it out.
Nice. So, but hey,
reload this.
Very effective against a feral, apparently.
If you keep him on fire for long enough, he will go down. So this thing is basically a jury-rigged flamethrower. Oh, great, Juggernaut. This is not useful against Juggernauts.
Oh, there he goes. No, he didn't kill him.
We kept him on fire long enough to get away, which we could try and do again. All right,
We're probably just gonna die.
This might not end well, guys. Let's see what we can
last
do.
time, when I was playing with the testers before, they actually they killed our leader, and everything was a disaster. Yeah. So you know, you're actually doing fine.
So
by
now
our
that everything's on
standards.
fire, I'm gonna book. So like you can use this for offense and defense. Ferals that are on fire can't chase you, which can actually you get far enough away.
Okay,
and he can't find you anymore.
So people who were voting on the
On the vehicles?
Yeah, it looks like so I got a lot of Pyrohawk and Meat Wagon on Twitch, but on Mixer it's a lot of Burninator. So I don't know. It's kind of evenly divided here.
I'm Jeffrey. Why don't you make a call?
There's not a clear not a clear wiener. Somebody said flaming weenie, and so I got the word. Anyway, so yeah, let's go with the Burninator. Let's go with Mixer first. Burninator.
Oh no!
What did
Loader.
you? Everything is going wrong right now.
It's fine. I'm trying to show this off, and the game is State of Decay is being State of Decay at me angrily. You want to just stand in one place and think about it? No, there's zombies, there's bloaters, there's juggernauts and ferals. There's a profound lack of safety in every direction.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Some people are
Burninator
asking
going.
for the Meatinator, which is not a thing.
No, I don't think you could. I mean, you could spawn them next to each other. I'm not sure it would do that. All right, so
Burninator.
go ahead and get a
Yo, man, I need
Burninator.
some wheels.
So similarly with the other supply drops, that will put a little thing on the map. Is that him? That's him.
There it is. Yeah. Up there.
Handy little green guy. Yeah.
Near a crowd of zombies. Of course.
Of course.
That's where it goes.
Of course, that's where everything should go. In fact, you know what? The pyro launcher is really my favorite thing to use on hordes.
20 Roman candles.
That's enough, right? That'll probably do it. There. That's fine. Let's cover the hillsides in flames.
Okay, so.
Gondor calls for aid. All right, so here we have the Burninator.
People are getting the Trogdor reference, by the way.
Good, good. I'm glad. I'd be a little sad if you guys didn't. All right, so. Don't worry about that guy.
That guy was made out of meat.
It's got pretty good clearance. I mean, aren't we all, Jeffrey, in the end?
Yes.
All right, so the trick with this is...
You gotta get some guys on you,
Yeah,
right?
I gotta say, you know, hanging out, just looking at my
Honk,
inventory.
honk. Wait, can't honk.
Waiting for... Well, no, honking. Honking is a little exciting with the Burninator. So if you have to have zombies on the car, and you hit the honk button...
and set them all on fire.
It turns out the car is actually a flaming death trap.
Well, technically, you don't have to have them on the car. It's just only useful if they're really close to the car.
Yeah.
So that's on the honk button.
Yeah, so I'm holding the right trigger to do this.
You mean the right
right
stick?
right stick, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, the right stick. So, does that cost anything? You just do it all the time.
You can look at the fuel gauge. It costs a
you
bit
can't
of
look at the fuel gauge because it's way up
there.
top of the...
It is spending fuel to do it. Jeffrey's going to show us
There
real
you
quick.
go.
So while I'm holding this button down, I am consuming a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, you can see it dropping.
It's still the zombie apocalypse, so you can be kind of ridiculous from time to time, but it is resource expensive. So if you want to go completely nuts with the Burninator, I recommend bringing a couple extra cans of gas with you.
But, I mean, holy crap.
Whee! I love this thing.
Like, every time you get anywhere near a zombie, it's just liquidated by this flame.
Yep. There he goes. Drifting in this thing is awesome. Basically a little fire tornado.
So I think that the next one we should show is Pyrohawk because that's the one that got the most votes on Twitch.
Got it. So we'll just drop these fireworks over here. Once those go off, it'll get this small gaggle of Zeds off of me.
So there are some folks who, Talon, JH, and Surreal Scotsman, are kind of getting the impression that maybe the difficulty changed, or maybe like are there more zombies now, or is it just an illusion?
We haven't made any changes to difficulty with the Independence Pack. Let's see. There's a different mission set available, so maybe they're getting some of the new missions and they're finding those more challenging.
Oh, I could see that. Talon JH was actually specifically wondering if difficulty was if it's tied to the number of days, and that's why they're seeing more difficulty now.
I'm going to say this very carefully. We have not told the players exactly how difficulty works. We've been a little bit cagey about it. I kind of like that.
Okay.
The game will make things harder for you as it believes you are more able to handle them. And that tends to correlate positively with days. You know, you're doing more stuff, you're playing more data.
So the longer you should expect that the longer you play, the harder it gets. But exactly why that curve works the way it does, that's kind of
that's sort of like, yeah, that's behind the scenes.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so we want to check out the Pyrohawk next.
Yo, man, I need
So Twitch, here's your Pyrohawk.
Let's see if we can figure out where he landed. There's the new
Is
one.
that it?
No, that's where I left the previous vehicle. So I will jump in the Burninator to get to the Pyrohawk. These are my favorite games.
Fuck, that one's getting back up.
Dunedane, I just got a bug that said that. So,
yeah, when we finish the stream, we go right back to our desks and keep working on the game.
Yeah.
Should be pretty close now. There it is. Alright, let's try this one. The Pyrohawk was made to look like a P-40 bomber. It does this! It is a giant drivable fireworks show that never turns off until you run out of fuel.
I mean, you can turn it off.
No, yeah.
Okay, so you don't just turn it on and then you
it's
just...
active. It's not.
Okay,
Sorry,
gotcha.
I got excited.
So, okay, so does this have the same effect as the flamethrower on the Burninator?
Not quite. This doesn't actually set guys on fire. It just knocks them off the car. So if I'm completely surrounded by guys and I turn this on, each of them is getting hit by each of those fireworks that goes off. And you'll see that they just get peeled off while it's active.
Gotcha. But does it also attract the attention of zombies?
It makes so you can see on the mini-map how much noise this thing is making.
Oh.
It's kind of like firing off a gun every couple of seconds. It does what honking does, very loudly and very explosively.
And it just lets you sell, like, you know what this reminds me of, actually? It reminds me of Jeff Goldblum's pleasure shift.
the birthday button in
in Thor Ragnarok. It's like, it's my birthday!
That is what this is. Whoever makes that into a little, like, get a gif of me doing donuts in this thing, recording to that, I'll be very happy that you made this.
The only downside of that is your pronunciation of GIF.
Fine, GIF. Fine. Be on that side of the war.
Let's start the war right here.
I think this actually got made right before that happened. And then we saw it and was like, oh yeah.
So we got Daphomad's has a question. Trunk space is the same as normal vehicles, or what?
So each of these is sort of tuned by itself. This one has got 5 slots in it. It's got a lot of trunk space filled up by infrastructure for this very jerry-rigged Roman candle launching array. But like we basically treat all these as their own cars. They're not done internally as, oh, this is the Brogan Rapscallion, but also fireworks. It is, let's make a hatchback that shoots fireworks and has like a set of visuals that like sort of makes sense and backs up the gameplay of it.
You're almost out of gas already.
I mean, it is fun leaving the fire on, but you do run out of fuel at some point.
Doc in Black asks, are there upgrades to these vehicles? Can you use a...
No, these don't fit into the normal upgrade stuff. No, they are done.
They are an upgrade.
Exactly.
Essentially.
They're an upgrade to your boring life.
We got just the guy for that.
No, playing zombies. Just get out.
And so, Chikuro Spirit was asking, can we craft the ammo for the other weapon too?
Yes, the Pyro Launcher, we'll actually show that when we get to the end of this. The Pyro Launcher and the Shank Launcher, unique ammo types, can both be crafted at the Fireworks Crafting Station, which we give you for free.
Cool.
Still not quite like the base lane.
So somebody said that there's other people were talking that when I was talking about image files, you were talking about peanut butter.
That's a fair criticism.
So this is the
This is a bad way to show off the meat wagon. This is a Juggernaut. Hi.
Go away,
Please
Juggernaut.
leave. I don't want you
Leave
here.
me alone.
No. Run away. So the
be
meat
funny.
wagon does
Yeah.
is if you honk the meat wagon. I really hope the sound is turned up for this a little bit.
Yeah, we got it turned down in this room, but they should be able to hear it.
Good, good. You'll notice some very unique sound effects when I honk. And the back of the thing opens up. And it actually drops out a little chunk of meat. And that little chunk of meat will actually draw zombies to it. So this thing drops out little bits of zombie distraction. You can see the giant...
Look in the back!
Multiple dead cows in the back. just not... They didn't have a good time in the apocalypse.
So this looks like the closet behind the Alamo. Like, was this van backed up to the closet behind the Alamo in the original game?
The world may never know, Jeffrey.
And so
drop
you're
out
just
those
like...
distractions, and then it just pulls the zombies to them.
So it's a van that farts meat.
It is a van that farts meat. It's true.
I mean...
if I didn't run out of ammo, it's actually really good to do this and then use the fact that they're distracted to hit them with the Pyro Launcher or the Shanker because now they're all gathered in one place.
So, I mean, I know that when you guys were thinking of what you wanted in State of Decay 2...
This was definitely it. It
A
was
van that
definitely
farts meat. A van that farts meat, I know, was really high on everybody's
Way
list.
up on the list. Just nearly at the top. Let's see. So what else do we have? Let's see. We haven't done the regular supply
Hey,
drop.
can I get a
so let's do
supply
that.
drop here?
We will slowly turn this van around. Still a van at the end of the day. Farts.
So Full Fury is asking about the organization of the radio menu, whether, like, as new DLC comes out, the radio menu is just going to get completely full of...
So this is a conversation we've had. For the time being, we're going to do another header like this for stuff that comes out, accepting that at some point we're going to need to implement the ability to probably categorize them further. You generally don't want any one menu to go down too many layers because it just increases the odds people don't find stuff, but we're going to make sure it does not just become 12 pages of different DLCs headers worth of small columns.
So yeah, so basically, like, you're always trading off how long the list is versus how deep you have to go into each item.
Exactly. It's got to be a balance of like discoverability without cluttering things up.
Yeah. So we'll figure something out, but we are paying attention to that issue, Full Fury. So for right now, though, when there's only one DLC out,
we're fine.
Great. Yeah.
No
No
problem.
problem.
These problems in the order they appear.
So what did you pick up?
I picked up a stack of each of the consumables that you get access to with the Independence Pack.
Okay.
So we have XL Firework Shells. So firecrackers in the main game make a little bit of noise for a little bit of time in a small area. The XL Firework Shell makes a lot of noise for 1 second in one area. So we'll chuck one of these. So see that thing on the mini-map, those huge pings. So all those guys got attracted to that moment for a second. This thing is super good if you were being followed by a horde. It will pull all of their eyes off of you for about long enough for you to get away. So once again on the stream, I will get a lot of zombie attention and then try not to die.
Hey, delicious brains right here.
So you're actually using one of the lesser used, lesser known features of our
taunting
game.
is super good. Well, for setting up scenarios like this. So we'll do that. We'll throw that shell. That will get them to notice not me for just one.
Except for the one who was actively biting you at the time.
Yeah, it doesn't distract them from the food there in the process of eating. And of course, he actually hit me with blood plate. I got that to deal with. This is going to draw the rest of them over too.
Well, it gives me a problem to solve later on with this.
Perfect. Oh, is this your save?
This is my save.
Oh,
yeah.
great. I will try and take slightly better care of it.
This is my special streaming save, which everyone's allowed to use.
All right, so let's show you one of the next ones in the list. This is a bouncing Boris. This is basically a brick of M80s that explode and bounce the explosive around with each explosion. It is really hard to predict. It is really hard to control. It is very, very explosive and really good at knocking down and dismembering zombies that it hits. If you can hit the cluster of them with it, it'll bounce off of them.
Unfortunately, they're so close to us.
Yeah, they keep getting me. So this might be a better opportunity for the Rain of Fire.
Oh, okay.
The Rain of Fire, once placed, if I can even place stuff.
If you get this guy killed, it's totally fine.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
This is State of Decay. I think he might have some painkillers. Oh, okay.
Okay, we get a little bit of distance and place the Rain of Fire. Okay, we got it. This thing is one of my favorite items we've ever made. It jumps up in the air, shoots out a bunch of fireworks, which creates a ring of fiery death with smoke walls in between. If you want like an instant anime final battle, this is your guy. Oh, of course the fire.
Of course, you're on fire. Yes.
Now it's killing me. It did get the horde too, though. So we did.
Yeah,
we did
everyone's dead. That was a big nasty group of guys, and they're all gone now.
So as far as I'm concerned, that was a win.
Yeah, we're alive. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. So again, we could show you that one with a little bit less stuff going on. Yeah, if I keep killing all these zombies, there's just not going to be other zombies for me to kill. Let's see. So yeah, so like from a distance, you place this.
Almost empty on that.
And then like you can actually watch it go up, spin around, and then all of this stuff out.
It's like a portable Thunderdome.
Yeah, literally, just deployable Thunderdome. And there's usually gaps in the fire. It's actually kind of random, so you can kind of get in and get out. Zombies actually can't see through that firewall, so they will be blinded from you if you get to the other side of it. But they will still hear you. They will usually walk into the fire and then immolate themselves.
Nice. By the way, you're getting a lot of congratulations from people that I'm not actually repeating to you. The people say, "Oh, that looks amazing! Oh, this pack looks great! Awesome work, Brian!"
Thank you guys,
and of course the entire team of everybody who worked on this.
Nothing that you've seen here has been just me or just any one person. This is the whole team's effort. Although we'll give Gronk special props because half of this stuff came fully formed out of his mind and was brilliant and awesome and fun to play with within 8 minutes.
Gronk being our artist who is particularly focused on particle effects.
Before we literally knew what the Independence Pack was, he had made like 80% of the Star Shanker and was like, "Look, I made a thing that stabs zombies and explodes." Like, this is amazing. Alright, so let's get...
Oh, so we got a question.
Go.
Asgard wonders, does the van that farts meat use fuel when it farts meat, or is it just infinite meat?
I think it's just on a cooldown instead of a resource. I want to check on that, though, before we leave the stream, because I'm not completely sure. So we'll get some zombie attention, and then I will show you one more consumable we have in this pack.
So Blue 555 wonders why the trunk space in the Pyrohawk is smaller than you'd expect from another car that's got the
yeah. So the Bergen Rapscallion is tuned for, I think that's the cargo pod hatchback.
Yeah.
It has pretty crappy handling because of the extra weight. We wanted the Pyrohawk to be more fun to actually drive around and use the fire on.
Yeah.
And so for balance purposes, you can't have the car that is both really fast and agile and also has tons of trunk space, or you stop using all your other cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Especially with the fact that this one shoots rockets at stuff.
So we didn't want these vehicles to basically just completely unbalancing and to give you no reason ever to drive anything else. We wanted them to become a part of the ecosystem.
Right, like they should enter into your toolbox and be the right answer to some problem some of the time, while also being a lot of fun to use. So that was the XL Firework Shell doing its thing. That bought me some precious time. They're not all gone. So now I want to show you guys the Block Rocker. So you guys remember the fireworks from the base game took a little bit of time to fire off, and when they did, they provided a pretty nice series of distractions for a while. This is that, but more so. This is a case of that previous firework, daisy-chained to go off in sequence. In fact, if you look at the map right now, that's how much noise this is making. Everything in that radius is going to hear this and come running. It will literally get every zombie that is spawned live in the game from every part of the map that you can see to come running in this direction.
Holy crap, look at the numbers of them.
Here's the Uber zombie rave that we have just decided to commence. It's like, actually, it's more distance than the blue box. And it's a great place to drop a bouncing Morris.
Okay, yeah, now we get to see how this thing works.
Exactly.
It's like you're pulling him in and then bouncing off him, and now they can see you. Now that
they can definitely now see me now that it's done. So we'll drop one of those guys, and that'll buy me a little bit of time.
There we go. Ah, and
that was
runs
good.
right at
That
your
worked.
face.
All right, now we use the Freedom Ringer to knock him down. See, it's all going according to
Freedom
plan.
Ringer's a great name
Perfect.
for that.
I'm so happy with that.
Mr. Archer wants to know what is your favorite gun? What is the best gun? What do you think is the best gun?
We have 100 of these things. You don't get to 100 guns by saying this one's the best. The rest are bad.
You just have a personal
There's so many
favorite?
cool ones. I actually really like the Mac V. It is a rare Mac 10 that has the integral suppressor from like the Vietnam era on it, because it has way better handling than the regular Mac 10. It's integrally suppressed, so it doesn't have to like have attachments on it and burn through extra durability. It does chew through ammo, but it's got a crazy high fire rate and is relatively easy to control, and so I really like using it against hordes.
Survivor wants to know about the Trumbull Gatekeeper rifle.
Yes, so I actually don't, unless
We're not
we have,
set up with
yeah,
that
we
right
don't
now,
have cheats, so we can't actually just go spawn those. You have to get, that is what I would call a CU2 weapon. That's Content Update 2, which is our big 2.0 patch that went live at the same time as the Independence pack. The Trumbull Gatekeeper is a modified Model 70 with an expanded internal magazine and a much faster cycling bolt. So imagine the Model 70 7.62 rifle, except you've got more rounds in the magazine before you have to reload it, and it cycles faster enough that you can pick off a horde as it's marching at you.
So it feels, it's not quite semi-automatic, but it feels like it's starting to get close to that range.
Right, like it's intended to play closer to a semi-automatic rifle, while still having the durability benefit that all of our bolt-action rifles do.
Oh yeah, that's right, because
So it'll never break.
That's awesome.
So it's a super good thing to have out in the field. A lot of the red talent stuff is really fancy, but it will eventually sort of wear out on you. The network flavored stuff is usually a little bit more sort of survivalism design, where it's like, if I only ever have this weapon, will I make it? And I think we'll be okay. Yeah, everything's fine. That was what I tried.
So the One Green Man 19 has been asking a lot about enclave requests and resource loss. The question is, are we going to tune how often enclaves make requests, and how often random events cause you to lose resources in the game?
So I've been reading Discord, I've been reading Reddit, I've been trying to see what you guys have to say about this stuff, I've been watching Twitch streams, and it's clear that people have strong feelings about this. It doesn't really feel good when the game's like, oh no, I dropped these meds, they're gone forever now.
Yeah, and that's the thing that when Dunaday made a comment about this, I would say that particular bug just barely landed on my plate. The bug that says, hey, let's have people not spill the fuel quite as often.
So there's a couple pieces to understand about that, right? Because it's I don't actually leave this paused. For balance purposes, we do sort of need there to be some additional downward pressure on your resources, but the way that we sort of got that, it has become clear in light of people's feedback that they find it relatively frustrating. I would love to find a different answer to that problem overall, but this is not something that we can this is not just a number we can change without causing other problems, and so we need to be sort of comprehensive with anything we do about this.
So we're just getting started on figuring out what the best solution for it is right now. This doesn't basically upset the balance of the game, but still makes it, kind of removes that sort of the edge of annoyingness that you guys have been observing. So
what you don't want to do is watch us play whack-a-mole, where we just quickly make a number change and go, oh no, and then some other problem comes up and that becomes super obvious, and then we have to go, oh no, and whack-a-mole again, and then we're just making little changes that don't fix the problem over and over again. So we're going to make sure that whatever we do feels comprehensive and correct before we roll it out to you guys, so that you don't have to deal with that experience in the way that you're currently dealing with it.
So let's see here.
Let's see. So now we've got the Fireworks crafting station.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you've got a workshop. Is it okay if I...
get rid of whatever.
Actually, you don't need to, because the Fireworks crafting station fits in any of your
Can go
facilities.
anywhere? You can stick it in the storage?
Yeah, so the thing is, the game was balanced around your workshop. You're probably not going to have more than one workshop, so you're probably not going to have more than one slot in your workshop, excepting that the Forge and Armory accept workshop mods. There's sort of a deliberate balance between the amount of mods that go into those slots and the amount of slots you get. And so we figured we would let your Fireworks crafting station go kind of wherever you could fit it, so that you would feel like it was uniquely a benefit. I should have started that before we did all that other stuff.
Oh no, that's okay. So it's going to take 3 minutes.
Yep.
But let's see.
No, I can also do. I have one little thing I can do.
Okay.
You can. I think we give you one call of this. You can call a trader with the Independence pack, just in case you wanted to.
Barb.
Of course.
Justice for Barb, right here.
Barb the Pyrotechnics trader. Fantastic character.
Right next to a bloater. That's cool.
Yeah, well, hopefully she'll make it. I think she's running towards the base now. And then she's going to let us, rather than turn our crafting stuff into new items, turn our influence into new items. I'm actually going to switch off of this guy. He's got too much blood plague.
This blood plague
just
is
too much.
bullshit, man.
Oh,
Fix it later.
See, Swizzy wants to know, is it
Yeah.
just the ammo that we can craft in that station? Or
No, you can craft everything you saw me use. The melee weapons and the guns you cannot craft. Those are, you get as many as you get, with the exception of what you buy from this trader right here and what you get from additional supply drops. But the ammo and the consumables are all totally craftable. The government may have collapsed, but we can still celebrate Independence Day.
Woo!
Alright, so let's see what she's got for us. She's got just the whole kit and caboodle. I think zombies just ran into our base. Of course they did. So we can get some more ammo for the Star Shank. We can get another Star Shank or another pyro launcher. We can get some more block rockers, another spatula. So the whole suite of stuff is in here. She also has the regular firecrackers and regular fireworks in case your friends are playing with you and they haven't bought the Independence pack yet. And they talk to the trader. We don't want you to walk away disappointed, so she will also sell you the OK tier fireworks that we had before, in addition to all the fancy shiny new stuff we sell.
So, so one question that popped up before the stream started that we should probably answer here again
it.
is if you are playing with friends
All this
Yes.
noise is gonna bring
and you've got the Independence pack and they don't have the Independence pack, do you have to stop playing together?
No, absolutely not. You can play with friends who have DLC that you don't, and vice versa. What'll happen is if you, say, bought the Independence pack, and you got a cool Star Shank launcher, and you dropped it on the ground, and your friend who doesn't have the DLC walks up and tries to grab it, they will be informed that they don't have the DLC that allows them to use this item.
But they can still
that's
watch you shoot it. and,
Exactly.
like,
You can still save them from terrible things with explosive things to your heart's content. But if your friend wants to be able to use that stuff themselves, they will have to go and find the Independence pack. Although one way to get it will be to have paid enough attention to all of this and succeed at the trivia we're going to do later and get some free access to that.
Yeah. So, abnormal legs. We don't actually. He asks, what's up with the plans for official merchandise? That's not really up to us, unfortunately.
Not only do we not get to make that choice, I don't think Jeffrey or I actually know. Again, one of those ongoing conversations. We have discovered there are some less than legal sources of merch. Apparently the people, they like us. I saw at least one shirt that had a traffic cone zombie on it, which did warm my heart despite being super not okay. We'll see where that one goes. I think there is technically a State of Decay camo hoodie you can get on the Microsoft Store. I'm not sure how much inventory they have left, but there's at least a couple of pieces that you can get that do actually help support the team and help support the game.
Yeah. So yeah. So we don't have any information on that, but we're definitely on board with the idea. We would love to see it. Mr. Historian asks, is there any platform that I can buy State of Decay 2 except for the Windows Store? Basically, you can either get it on the Xbox Store or the Microsoft Store on Windows, and that's it. That's it's a Microsoft published game, and so it's available from Microsoft platforms. And that's how you get it. Or you can buy it at you can buy it at other
places.
Stuff,
you can play it on Xbox or PC. You can buy it in a variety of places. If you're buying it digitally, then yeah, those are your choices.
Stonecracken just wants to know what is our favorite map and base.
I get this all the time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty partial to the Container Fort as a base, although I think I like Meteor Valley better as a map. Because I like being able to. What I usually do is I get a Trail Beast, which I think has the highest tire clearance of any vehicle in the game, and then from there you can drive pretty much straight across the map in that vehicle, fearing only the occasional extra large rock and falling over. And so that's one of my favorite experiences with that.
Because it's just a big.
It's big farmland, right? It's like there's just not.
Right in the mouth!
Right in the face.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yes! He roars right before.
They taunt. They're like, I'm confused. What's making all this noise? Oh, it's my face.
Freaking amazing.
That's actually what's happening in their AI. They don't understand what's going on until they scream.
So, Meteor Valley is probably also my favorite. It's such a kind of lush, colorful place.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a contrast with a lot of zombie fiction, which usually tends to go in the grays and the browns and trying to depress you.
I do like the sort of iconic valley you get in Drucker. There's that big ravine in the center full of secret little crevices that I'm sure most of you guys have already discovered. If not, spoilers.
And actually, the thing is, I've been playing in Drucker, and I actually like my favorite base right now, just because it's the one that I'm in. It's one I've sort of fallen in love with as I've spent time there. Is the warehouse right in the middle of Drucker. Gotcha. So that's where I've been playing.
Mike's Concrete?
Yeah, I think so. I think that one's Mike's Concrete.
All right, so now we've actually made this. Let me get inside so I don't get moitered while I'm busy crafting.
Takuro Spirit wants to know if we can use these things on hostile enclaves.
You can. That's
Can you stick fireworks in a dude?
Yeah.
We're not maybe not going to show that
it's
here.
It's not going to
but...
be like super lethal. You're just blowing up some fireworks in the guy's face, but he will be unhappy with you. It will not make them suddenly feel differently about you in a general sense.
Surreal Scotsman wants to know what about the cars as far as co-op players being able to enjoy each other's stuff. Can a friend who doesn't have the Independence Pack drive my car?
I'm actually not 100%. I want to double check on that. I believe they can. Just because having you get into a car and then the game being like, sorry, nope, you just die.
And not being able to ride in it as a passenger would be weird.
Yeah, you could
so
definitely
you have to get it, and then you can switch
but
seats.
You can't like get it yourself. You can't take it home.
Yeah. There's no way for them to package it up in a box and take it to their house.
Yeah, you can't. Like cars do not suddenly become portable again. The radio call-ins are.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
who bought the host.
And that's the reason. One of the reasons why we do have to restrict it on the weapons, because they could put that in their inventory and just take it home, and then nobody buys it.
And you also don't want people to just like take your fancy stuff and then like leave your game and like, haha, it's my fancy stuff now.
Yeah.
So if we go over to our independent pack items and ammo crafting, so you can make Star Shank rounds, you can make Pyro Launcher munitions. This is ammo and fuel. This is just ammo. Both take some parts. You can make XL Firework Shells. These are super cheap. This is intended for you to just make a whole bunch of these things and then use them as Hail Marys whenever you need to get away from stuff.
And you could throw a bunch of them.
Oh yeah,
all at once.
This cost me 1 ammo to get 5. Right, so then we can go over to the supply locker, which is a little bit distant in Camp Kalenqua, but you know, you get it. You move here for the scenery. And get over here. And go inside. And we'll find the supply locker.
Mobile user Leet wants to know. They say dumb question, but when you remove a mod from a workshop, does it return the mod to your storage?
Yes. When you remove a mod, it's just back in the pile.
And if you move bases, it also
they
you
are
keep
automatically uninstalled and put into your inventory, and you will find them all waiting for you at your new base.
Cool.
Yeah. So now I've got all these firework shells, and so not that this is a super effective way to play, but if you really wanted to just make a bunch of cool explosions, which you know, video games you do that sometimes, you can just
fire in the hole.
Bomb a bunch of these things out, just wasting your time.
So, You Will Bill pointed out something we haven't talked about yet, which is that there are Revolutionary War costumes on some zombies now.
There are. I haven't seen as many as I expected to. I think because your base is kind of close to a plague cart you haven't found yet. Because we keep on seeing plague zombies.
Oh, yes, it's all plague zombies instead of Revolutionary War zombies.
Yeah.
We do have those. Apparently, there was some sort of reenactment going on in town.
Yeah, no, they were having like a really large scale. Like everybody drove in from out of town to go and get together for the reenactment, and then the apocalypse happened, and now they're all just in uniform. It's pipe flutes. It's bad.
We didn't, however, his question was whether we added that to the outfits available to player characters.
No, there's no sort of like version of that for player characters. That is just the zombies that you face will have the Revolutionary War appearance stuff.
Yeah. So and Alfred Ben asked a question that I think we answered before, but can you drop DLC items for people who don't own the DLC? And no, I mean you can drop them. They can see them.
They won't be able to pick them up.
Yeah, they can't pick them up.
Same thing. They won't be able to take them out of a supply locker or a trunk or the ground. Yeah, so we can let's get some rains of fire. Yeah, you could. Good, you had a lot of ammo.
Wow. So, Danny Rand asks, Iron Man, Iron Fist.
Power Fist, Power Man, Iron Man, Iron Fist. One of those.
So, Iron Fist asks us, I'm going for 365 days surviving. Is there an achievement for surviving a year?
Kudos to you, man.
Yeah, there is
I will
not.
give you a shout out.
The thing that we wouldn't want to do is deny 1,000 achievement points to people who don't do that. Oh, holy crap!
Yeah, he's this is not a happy Juggernaut. It looks like he was on fire recently.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Let's see, actually, so I'm trying to get one of these. So this is one of my favorite little fun facts about the Star Chapter. So Brant will develop. Oh, here, the Independence.
Oh yeah, here we go.
This is one of our guys.
One of our
2 of them. Cool. There are more appearances in this. We just got relatively unlucky with the double tricorner.
So does everybody get get those weird zombies?
They do. That is part of the free content update 2 drop. So everybody's gonna get those. If you want to set them on fire with cool new stuff, that will require the Independence pack.
Gotcha.
So fun fact: when you shoot somebody with the Star Shank rounds, it actually finds a bone on the zombie to attach the effects to. And the Juggernaut has one particular region of his body with very few bones in it, and that is his big old belly. So when we had a fun bug where when you would shoot the Juggernaut with the Star Shank rounds, they would get stuck in him, but they would go all the way to his spine, and so you wouldn't actually see them.
They'd be stuck
so
inside his belly.
Well, what do we do about this fact? Because he doesn't have any bones in there for us to stick to. So what are we going to use to attach the thing? And we had a much better answer than any of that, which is it bounces.
It bounces off his belly.
It bounces off his belly. He's made of sturdier stuff. You can't
and you're pulling up all my cars.
I'm just a wrecking ball today, man. I'm here to ruin your day.
So,
Challenger
for Gaming wants to know, wants us to show like our base and all the decisions we've made and the mods and stuff. The problem is, Brant is the one who made all of those decisions, and he made them over the course of multiple streams.
Yeah, so this is like a very haphazard, thrown together, not what we would do in real life base.
Yeah, this is not the way we actually play. No. So if maybe if you guys wanted, maybe some other day on like my personal stream, I'll show my my actual game that I'm playing. The thing is, around here, like, we're not actually the best players of this game, and some folks on Mixer were giving us crap about it. Yeah, QA is really good. But even QA, you know, a lot of times they're playing to test out particular problems.
Right.
They're not really necessarily trying to nail the very best strategies. That's all people like fans who are playing the game out in the world.
You very rarely play your own game with the intent of just doing really well at it. You're usually trying to test stuff. Let's see if I can get him in the face. Got him.
Oh my gosh,
he's like fire-breathing juggernaut.
He's twice as scary now.
Terrible. See, I think I actually dropped a rain of fire before, and he walked on top of it. And if you stop it from going in the air, it will try and work anyway.
Almost out.
And it will just get stuck. Give me cover, fireworks. Save me. Poorly constructed pyrotechnics.
Oh, you're in big trouble now.
You think? Let's see.
So we're going to need to do our giveaway really soon. So
Okay.
let's get to the point where you're not completely about to die.
All right.
And then we'll do the giveaway.
Okay.
So anybody who wants to get a free
Super
copy
run
of the Independence Pack, stick around for a few more minutes. We'll do the giveaway.
All right. I think I was able to escape to the safety of my base.
So Full Fury's asking the free content update. You know, that came with some new missions and stuff like that. Like, are we planning on continuing to do that over time?
That's certainly my hope. I mean, you know, exactly what's going to come out in the future is not something we can give you exact promises of right now, but it is absolutely going to be the case that we like support State of Decay 2 in the long term and make sure that we keep a supply of interesting stuff worth your time coming down the pipe. I expect that will frequently take the form of like missions and items.
So Blade of Meat Shield is just giving us crap, as always.
Sure.
Asking if there's a reason we won't just go inside and live.
I can't show you all the fun consumables if I'm not in danger.
Okay, so let's switch into quiz mode here while you're checking out stuff. So we've got let's see here. We got this place is looking empty. I've got to here.
It's a little bit quiet in here.
Got to add Brant.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, Brant's going to join us. So, okay, anyway, so we're going to do a quiz here. What's going to happen is, if you're on Twitch or on Mixer watching us right now, we're going to give you a trivia question. Pipe in with the answer as quick as you can. The first 10 or so people, we'll randomly choose a winner from amongst like the first 10 or so people who get the right answer on Mixer, and we'll give another one to the people on Twitch. So if you're on Mixer, you're competing with the folks on Mixer. If you're on Twitch, you're competing with the folks on Twitch.
Perfect.
And so let's throw the question up here. You guys ready? Name all 3 new Independence Pack vehicles. So we're not going to say them out loud right now, but you just saw them. They have 3 names, and if you can name all 3 of them, you'll be in the running. And the first 10 on Mixer and the first 10 on Twitch, you'll be entered into a random drawing, and one of you in each place is going to get a free copy of the Independence Pack, a free code for the Independence Pack.
Yep.
So we're watching the chat, and I think that the time lag hasn't caught up with us yet.
Nope, no one's guessing yet, but I'm guessing we're going to see a flood in just a few seconds.
Just, come on, guys.
3 fancy new vehicles, you push the right stick in, they all do fun new stuff.
Okay, it looks like, oh man, Asgard
2
got
out of
very
3.
close.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 there. Oh, looks like Ablative knows what he's talking about.
All right, we're
Storm Barrier.
We got some multiple correct answers coming in now on every side.
Which is why we do the random selection, just because people are having different amounts of lag and stuff. It wouldn't quite be. We would have no idea to tell
this
how
shouldn't be a
fair
fair competition. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it shouldn't be like this isn't a typing competition. This is a trivia competition.
Yeah.
And also a luck competition. So yeah, we got a bunch of folks on Mixer giving it. We got a bunch of folks on Twitch saying it. So Megan and Wonder are going to be tabulating the answers and selecting winners. And when they do, we'll come back. In the meantime, Brian, you want to keep playing?
Sure. Let's see, I think our trader friend is still here, so I'm just going to burn all the rest of your info to get some more ammo for this stuff.
Go for it. We got like 1,500. That's cool.
Yeah, that's enough. We'll get some starting left.
So, and remember, guys, it's definitely not the first person who answered. It is randomly selected from the first, 10 or so. So if you were the first one and you don't get the prize, please don't feel bad. We're trying to make sure that this is fair, even for people who have poor internet connections, that sort of thing. We really want to make sure that that we're not biasing it in favor of things people can't control.
All right.
So we're just imposing a massive thing no one can control, which is a random die roll. So.
Okay. It's
equitable.
A bit heavy.
Oh, it looks like
pyro launcher rounds.
We've got a mixer winner selected. We're not going to announce it for just a second.
All right, that's enough stuff. We can do some damage with that. There we go. We've got 120 Roman candles and a toy gun with a PVC pipe strapped to the front of it. Let's go fight some zombies. Ooh, a feral. Okay, I want to see if I can get a Star Shanker in this guy. This is a fun little sport that we had building this, which is just trying to knock a feral out just by hitting him in the head with the Star Shanker over and over again.
Okay, let's see if we can do this.
Creep up on him.
And then after you've done this, we'll announce the winners and the right answer.
Perfect. Okay, he's gonna see me in about a second. Oh, too late. He's got me. Come on. What? Where'd he go? Oh, it's too fast. Too fast for me.
I should reload.
No, forgot to reload. Yeah, the one downside to like improvisational firework weapons, they're not really designed for combat in an in-world sense.
Oh man, you might need to use one of your consumables or something.
Okay, let's do a Boris. Firework shell to get him off of me. Alright, pretty well. Alright, we'll drop some fiery, smoky stuff. Finish reloading. Just got the whole show going.
Yeah, we're using everything all at once. This is great.
No, it combines pretty well. Just throw random stuff. Ah, so close!
Right over his shoulder.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Like
Right
a feral in the
face.
face with a Star Shanker! I'm so happy right now.
So this is the experience
This is
that we're trying to create.
the Independence Pack.
All right, let's talk about the answers to the. Oh, holy crap!
Sorry,
I don't want to change away from this. You're doing too much cool stuff.
You're wasting them in the sky, but only if you don't like the way it looks.
Oh, look at that tree. That's pretty nice.
It'll probably be okay.
Okay, I'm changing away. Don't do anything cool. All right, so our question was, name all 3 new Independence Pack vehicles. And the answer was, of course, the Burninator, the Pyrohawk, and the Meat Wagon. So on Mixer, Davion505 is our winner, who'll get a free copy of the Independence Pack. And on Twitch, FFlaco907 is our winner. And just happened to be first, too. So you're a lucky person. So you two will get codes. Megan and Wonder will get in contact with you guys. Watch for them in the chat. And we'll get the codes to you, so you can have a free copy of the Independence Pack. Everybody else, thank you for getting the questions right, getting the answer right. Sorry we couldn't give you a free one, but you can buy it.
We appreciate you hanging out and checking in on us and like engaging with the stuff and
yeah, exactly. And of course,
watching our content.
We're not going to sit here and guilt you into buying it, whatever. We're trying to just make it as attractive as we possibly can, so that you guys will want to.
We did put a bunch of work into making it actually really fun to play, so we think you'll have a good time.
This is actually one of the most fun streams I've done, watching you destroy these things. So
it's pretty great.
Do we want to go back to the game for another 5 minutes or so?
I still got 100 Roman candles. I'll find
Yeah, I mean, we got to shoot them at something.
Right?
It's ridiculous.
Where's one of those juggernauts? I think that's a bad idea. Here we go. Some more of the Revolutionary War zombie skins.
Oh yeah.
So you can see the red coat with his powdered wig.
Is that Cornwallis? Is he dressed as Cornwallis?
He might be. He's mad that they lost.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm coming back for more.
No, no. Okay, let's get
America is mine.
I want to see if I can do a grapple on him. Throw him at the camera.
Ilvik wants to know how many inventory slots the Pyrohawk has. It looks like it was 5, right?
5 for the Pyrohawk, yeah.
5 for the Pyrohawk. Is the Burninator, is it like a normal pickup truck that way?
I believe so. I think we actually have ours over here.
There it is. Let's go check it out.
Yeah. Through the smoke.
Jay Carter, we did not add any kind of inventory sorting feature yet. That's definitely a thing that we know that people want, and but it's not.
We want it to.
It's a complicated thing though, and so it's not something we can just easily throw in very quickly. But that's definitely on our list of things we know people want.
Yeah, I mean we're constantly like trawling places in which people are talking about State of Decay 2 to make sure we understand what people are talking about, what people want, and that informs our internal like wish list a little bit. So we're trying to make sure that we stay on top of stuff that we know will be useful, that we know people want. Looks like we got 6 on this guy, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
It is a truck. could use some painkillers there.
One left.
Corbulo is asking about grenade launchers against humans, saying that apparently they are not effective enough.
Okay.
And that might be feedback we haven't heard yet,
Yeah,
actually.
and I think I saw a suggestion bug on it at some point. I could take another look.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they're saying that sometimes they'll hit people with like 6 grenades and they'll still just be rolling out of the way and not taking damage. So yeah, we can hear you guys, and yeah, so thanks for giving us that feedback. We'll pay attention to it.
It might be a bug where it's not doing different than if it was a friendly.
Yeah, that might be the case.
Yeah.
That
So
would
we'll take a
be.
look at that.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure that it's not a
It's
problem.
not intended that grenades don't do what grenades do.
Yeah. Yeah, grenades are supposed to be. Yeah, grenades. Forrest, let's see here. Somebody was saying, "Tell me more about this grenade launcher."
There are grenade launchers.
Yeah, it's
They
not
launch
the most,
grenades.
it's not the most common gun in the game, and so it's very easy to play the game for a long time and not actually have a grenade
You
launcher.
actually had somebody who had one on them.
One
earlier.
of our characters.
Yeah.
We got 4 minutes left.
Oh man, who was it?
Del Z Slayer wants to know if what about the meat wagons slots?
We should go and check.
It's
on
probably
that.
full of meat, so it might not
Yeah,
have
I'm
a lot
not
of room.
quite sure how much room it would have. We can definitely go check. So yeah, you had a grenade launcher,
Oh, okay, cool.
and then I think
I don't know if we have any grenades.
there was fun fact. There was a grenade launcher round spawned in the back of the Burninator.
Oh, really?
You know, I mean, if you're going to drive a vehicle called the Burninator, it stands to reason that you might be the kind of person that
Just
tucks
keeps
away a
one around.
40mm grenade for rainy days.
There are way too many Z infestations out there.
So we're gonna get in the Burninator, go check out the meat wagons inventory.
Yeah.
Where did we leave the meat wagons? It was kind of in bad shape because it got beat up by that
It was
juggernaut first thing.
Pretty low on stuff.
There's a Rames.
So I think those two are up here. Yeah.
Oh, the meat wagons. Can we make it up there on that fuel?
In the few minutes that we have, and with the fuel of the car, not likely, but we can try.
We'll try.
Anyway, we also somebody was asking about grenade launchers.
This stuff is
So now I have one. We'll have to find a good place to use it. Oh, that might be enough gas. Barely.
Just barely, yeah.
If we don't use the shiny new flamethrower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this thing also has like pretty good shocks and clearance, so it's also just a good vehicle to have, even if you're not using its superpower.
Oh, we got a nice comment for you here from Batcat. It says,
Sure.
whoever done the shotguns on this game needs to get a medal or something because they are so good to use now.
Aw.
At least when compared to the first game when they served more as a novelty. So,
I'm glad you're having fun with the shotguns.
Yeah. yeah, but Brian and Matthew put a bunch of work into making all these guns work the way they're supposed to, and
And you know, Brant put in no less work making
Oh,
them
yeah.
look the way that they look and play the way that they play. But we have yeah, no, we actually did we simulated the pellets this time instead of doing like a cone, which we did in the last game. So I'm glad that it came through as a shotgun and feels like a satisfying shotgun. Fighting these two zombies with notice I'm using that girl spatula, so they both died with no arms left.
So Lucas wants to know, can we combine the
There
meat
you go, so it's
wagon?
8.
Oh, it is 8. Okay, great. So it is a proper van.
Yep.
Lucas wants to know if we can combine the meat wagon and the Burninator to have a barbecue.
You can put them next to each other, and if two people who each have the DLC are doing so, you will fill the screen with exciting flames, which will roast some zombies, which you may qualify as a barbecue. I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, you can. I would say that our definition of a barbecue in this game should be: you drop some meat from the meat wagon, gather a bunch of zombies, and then
Drive
burn it
the
with
other
the
two
zombies.
vehicles and turn them all on, and it's just a
Yeah.
big old pyrotechnics mess.
That's a 4th of July barbecue right there. It's good enough for PhD Peddler.
Exactly. Somebody wanted to hear about a grenade launcher. I think I see a few guys. Yeah, let's get this together.
Over here, uglies.
Over here, uglies.
I got 3 dots on the map.
Oh, and also
No stamina
3
left.
hits on your body.
It's perfectly fine.
Oh, we don't have any of the fireworks to attract these guys.
Nah, if only we did. All right, so if I use the grenade launcher there,
Nice shot.
that's what the grenade launcher does.
So even the core game has got some lovely explosions.
Yep.
But
does
we're
make a lot of noise when
adding
it goes off.
we're just adding a lot more with the Independence Pack.
Yup.
So let's see here.
Wrap this up in the Burninator. Burn this thing out again. Actually,
Oh.
maybe I can get my Pyrohawk off that Jersey barrier.
So we had another person who was asking about upgrading the vehicles you get with the Independence Pack, and basically the Independence Pack vehicles are treated like they've already been upgraded. You can't upgrade them any
Yeah,
further.
they are their own special snowflakes.
Yeah.
Oh, we had no ammo or no fuel left in this one. That's probably why we let it go.
Oh, that makes sense.
Actually, doesn't have enough fuel in it to turn on its special power.
Oh wow! Do you need a
no.
certain minimum that you need?
Yeah, no, it has to. It's okay. We'll get in the nearly destroyed meat wagon and then drive through the night, leaving behind a trail of meat to keep ourselves safe from zombies, because that's a completely reasonable thing to do.
All right. Well, it is 2 o'clock, so I think we got to wrap this up. So thank you very much, Brian, for showing this. And let's, yeah, so this is Brian Giaime. You know, we got his Twitter handle on there if you got any more questions that you want to ask him or bother him about, or, you know, send him abusive messages. I mean, and you can also
less
abuse,
so with the last one, but as you see fit.
You can abuse me at this Twitter handle, and of course,
there's always
we have
dear friend, Brant.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. I am still feeling under the weather, so thank you to Jeffrey and Brian for hosting today's stream. And if you want to send any get well wishes to me, send them to my Twitter handle down there. And thank you so much. We love the Independence. We love making the Independence Pack. We hope that you guys love playing with the Independence Pack. And goodbye. Yay!
Brant doesn't say yay.
He doesn't. That's true. That was horribly unrealistic.